YouTube? It's Zyloc with Media Hindsight. It is October 13th. That means I got 5 more reviews, including this one, coming your guys' way before the Portland Retro Gaming Expo kicks off on the 18th of October. And today we're going to look at one of the all-time classics for the Atari 2600, and that is Haunted House, which was published by Atari, came out in 1982. It is considered by many to be the first survival horror game to ever be created, and I'm pretty excited to bring this to you. I've actually had a pretty good time with it. Let's take a look. Haunted House is a very simple game at its core. Search the 4 floors of the house, room by room, until you find the 3 pieces of a magical urn. After that, all you need to do is get out of the house alive. Simple enough. You aren't alone here though, as you will have to avoid ghosts, tarantulas, and bats on your journey. Using keys, matches, a magical scepter, and the coveted urn itself, you have all the tools you will need at your disposal. Finding items in Haunted House is where most of your time will be spent, and it's not as easy as just seeing it on your screen. The house is dark, real dark, and you'll have to use your matches to locate items near you. You have unlimited matches, so don't be stingy, but your pursuers have the ability to extinguish them out when they occupy a room with you. You must be quick and patient to reach your goal, and Haunted House almost feels like a nice balance of survival horror and stealth. One feature that really changes up the gameplay is when the difficulty is increased and the player can't see the walls of the rooms without a match, which really keeps you on your toes. This really feels like the way the game was meant to be experienced, and it's almost a whole different game as you don't know when the enemies are approaching. But if your match goes out, you had better run because something is around that corner. Visually, Haunted House doesn't stand out from the crowd, but the cool effects that evolve around using your matches to find items and your location in a room, it really is neat. The sound effects, though, are where this title really shines. The sounds of tension when an enemy approaches or you lose that precious light of your match really set a creepy mood and keep you on your toes. Haunted House is a great game for players of all skill levels, and depending upon how good you are, it can be finished in a matter of minutes on easier difficulties. And no other game really says October or Halloween quite like Haunted House. There you guys have it. That's Haunted House for the Atari 2600. Spooky game to play this time of year. Pretty much perfect. It's a great game to actually play with the family if you got younger kids around. They'll definitely have a lot of fun with it too. And the fact that you can change the difficulty depending upon who's playing to make it more difficult, and even change some of the gameplay aspects like how much of the screen you can see, and it definitely makes it a pretty interesting experience. And I have to give the game an 85 out of 100 because it's just a lot of fun, and I highly suggest that you guys go out and play it and try to find it and add it to your collection. And as always, I'm Zyloc with Media Hindsight, signing out.